restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
When fans predict the ending of Game of Thrones, the popular response involves the extinction of human life, the defeat of the realm, and most importantly the idea that the Iron Throne will mean nothing when the story is all said and done. Now this is a pretty standard prediction. As we get closer and closer to the end, the main plots tend to move away from fighting to rule Westeros, with the new focus being on the fight against Winter and the monsters beyond the wall. This coincides with the bittersweet ending that author George R.R. Martin promises will take place. But with that all being said, many Game of Thrones fans still stand by their word that their favorite character will ultimately prevail and sit on the Iron Throne at the conclusion of the story. One of these characters is Jon Snow, and that's not by any means surprising. Jon Snow has come a long way since the first season. In fact, Jon's transformation from misunderstood Stark bastard to Lord Commander of the Night's Watch and then the resurrected King in the North is a pretty awesome progression if you ask me. But I want to throw my opinion out there and say that Jon Snow will not win the Iron Throne or be residing in the Red Keep when Season 8 comes to a close. Here's why. By the end of Season 6, a lot has changed for Jon. He may still know nothing, but fans have now been let in on the secret that he is the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen. The show hasn't given any details about Rhaegar's role as the father, but HBO did release a relationship infographic linking the late Targaryen prince as Jon's biological father. Anyway, Jon was betrayed by a few brothers of the Night's Watch, leaving him dead from knife wounds, only to be resurrected by the Red Woman Melisandre in early Season 6. She believes now that he is the prophesized Azor Ahai reborn, as well as the answer to the evil that lies north of the Wall. Now that the audience believes Jon will play a crucial role in the conclusion of the story, it makes sense that he would be a prime candidate for the future ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. However, the way I look at it is the shock value would come from anything other than Jon becoming the king on the Iron Throne. While it seems likely a once-dead Lord Commander wouldn't kick the bucket again, I believe this may be Martin's overall plan to fool his audience. Just the idea of the Iron Throne being worth something at the end of Season 8 sounds foolhardy at best. Remember Dany's vision of the Red Keep while she was searching for her dragons in the House of the Undying? The throne room was covered in snow and the roof had caved in. This scene, along with the vision of the future that Bran has with the shadow of a dragon flying over King's Landing, leads me to believe the capital city may eventually be no different than the ruins of Harrenhal and Valyria. This would be synonymous with a bittersweet ending. Maybe the White Walkers are defeated, but at the expense of Westeros mostly in ruin. Also, Jon Snow doesn't pursue power. I think if anything, he just wants a sizable army to help defend against the Night King and his undead army. For people to think that Jon would go on to become the full-fledged ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, I don't know. I just think it's a bit overstated. Just like Ned Stark, Jon serves his people as honorably as he can. He's not the kind of person to come out of left field and decide to ascend to the throne and push a broken system. And that's exactly what the crown is, a broken system. So let me recap. Jon is now the king in the north, not because he demanded the title, but rather because of his determination to overcome a near impossible feat, overthrowing House Bolton and restoring Winterfell as the seat of House Stark. And remember, he did this with very little help. He is currently focusing all of his attention on the threats north of the Wall, giving little attention to the conflict set in southern Westeros. Basically, Jon does not want the Iron Throne, but there are people who do. Cersei aims to keep the throne, and Dany is sailing west to conquer the realm just like her ancestors did before her. Littlefinger still has skin in the game, and so does Euron. Maybe even Sansa as well. With the very real possibility of winter devastating the Crown Lands as per Dany's vision, it is likely the Chair of Swords will mean nothing in the near future. It just doesn't really seem all that likely that Jon Snow will win the Game of Thrones. He may win the War for the Dawn, but that probably won't translate into becoming the overall ruler of the land. But those are just my thoughts. I would love to hear your take on it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. As always, have a great day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.